Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My brothers, my sisters. Ramadan weekly. This is gonna be our first video or episode. I would be going through or talking about topics selected, very important, that I believe we need to talk about because of the amount of people that are going through that particular thing, and it is a sin, evil sometimes, and we really need to find solutions to it or to them. Today, inshallah, I would be talking about something that I have received so many emails about, and a lot of people are caught on this. Some are addicted, some are finding it hard to stop, and so many really want to stop, but they cannot because of the level of addiction to this particular thing. So today, what is it am I going to talk about? Well, it is the issue of pornography. The issue of pornography. What is it and why is it? And I'd like to talk about two, in fact, at the same time. Pornography is one and masturbation is two. I want to talk about them at the same time because they are closely connected and related. A lot of people are caught on this, and psychologically, mentally, health wise, so many ways it affects one who is into this. But now I won't be going into the psychological effect or whatever effect it may have or not have. One thing for sure, we know it is bad, it is evil, it is sin. So what is it? We've got to stop. And that's why the only thing I would be talking about is the solution or the way out. How do you stop? You're addicted to masturbation or porn or whatever. How do you stop? What is the way out? I'd like to just give a few advice on what really to do in order to come out of this. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for all those who are affected in one way or another. I mean, when it comes to the act of masturbation, it is an act that we know is wrong, sinful, detested. So what do you do? How do you stop? I'd like to just talk about 1, 2, 3, or 5, 6 things that I believe would help you. Number one, you have to make an intention between you and Allah that you really want to stop. You've got to admit that masturbation is a sin, pornography also a sin. So you've agreed that it is a sin. You, number two, you seek for forgiveness from Allah. Number three, you make an intention not to go back to it again. We said number one, you admit it's a sin. Number two, you seek forgiveness. Number three, you make an intention not to go back to it again. Allah will help you through this. Number four, we know that this act of masturbation or watching porn, whatever, you can only do them when you have time, right? You've got to have free time, etc. So in order to help yourself, you have to now begin to occupy yourself with things to do on a daily basis. Morning time, something to do. Afternoon time, something to do. Evening time, something to do. Night time, something to do. What type of things? Good things. Do some tilawa, whatever. I don't mean only religious things. I just mean you shouldn't be such that you always just sit and have nothing to do. You want to go outing, go outing. You want to go jogging, go jogging. You want to go for gym, go for gym. You want to go whatever you want to go for, just go. But don't sit in a way that you've created time or you've allowed yourself to have time to do those things. The fifth thing that is going to help is for you to learn to stay around people. The act is such that people want to do it behind closed doors. So learn to be around your friends, your family members. Let them see you, let you see them. Whenever you are alone and you feel like, oh wow, this is the right time for me to do this, you say, no, 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 let me go back to the living room. All the family members are there. So it helps. Why? Because now you won't do it since they are there. So that's the fifth thing I believe is going to help really. Then what else is going to help you? The sixth thing, you've got to keep making dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala assists you through this. That is going to be the sixth thing. And the seventh, you see, you've got to always pray on time. Pray your salah always on time. Fajr, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib and Isha, you pray them on time and you constantly seek for forgiveness and you constantly make dua that Allah helps you through. Absolutely important. So really we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for all those who are going through this. A lot of people really want to stop, but sometimes it's tough, difficult, because addiction is such that when you become so much addicted to a particular thing, it becomes difficult for you to stop. But with the help of Allah, it's going to be absolutely easy, and Allah will see you through by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I think these are a few pointers I believe are going to or is going to help those who are going through this and trying to find solutions or ways out or way out in order to get out of this. Constantly make dua, seek forgiveness and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to assist you through, and inshallah you would be out soon by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. أقول قولي هذا سبحانك اللهم ربنا وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.